Hello once again, it's Dan here in Virginia. It's cold and blustery out, mid-February here. Not much of a time to go flying, but I wanted to show you a little preview of my micro tiger moth front yard flyer. I got this as a Christmas gift. It's made by hobby people, and I got it directly from them. It has a 2.4 gigahertz radio system. And this is it here. You just put some batteries in it and you're good to go. And besides that, it has a little charging port right here on the side, and that's where you charge these little tiny batteries. I don't know if you can see that or not, but this little battery is 35 milliamp hour LiPo, and it just has a little white connector on the front. One comes with a plane, and I'm sure you can get them elsewhere. If I had to do over, I would. I ordered two more. You can see I have three, and they charged me, I think it was almost $10 a piece for two extra batteries. But anyway, that's what I did. You know the old expression, a fool and his money are soon parted. So anyway, I got the plane. It's a nice little plane. It's just made out of very thin foam, and it has proportional, it's strictly a 3-channel. It has proportional magnetic, these little magnets right here for the rudder and the elevator. When you turn it on and it's the radio's on, they actually vibrate, make a vibrating sound. So you can see it's very light. Here's where you plug in the battery. Right here in the bottom, plug that in there, and then the battery has its own little piece of Velcro, and you put it down between the wheels like that, and you stuff the wires up inside. It just has a cheap brushed motor with a little pinion gear in the front, and it has steel landing gear, pretty cool, rubber wheels, and it winds up pretty good. It did come with a spare propeller, which I haven't used. I probably ought to change it. I've crashed it and bashed it, and the propeller's still going, although there's a chip in the one end of it. So the only thing you need to repair this airplane is some Scotch Magic tape, which just you can probably see in the wings, and some good old super glue. This is from Harbor Freight. I took this to an indoor fly fest at a gymnasium last Sunday. First time I've ever been to one. That was fun, and that's where this airplane comes into its own. It's strictly a no wind or low wind. I'm talking about gusts up to 1 mile an hour. That's it. Anything above that, this plane is grounded. So it's a lot of fun to fly. What I like to do is charge up the batteries. I go out early in the morning to my pickup truck that sits in the back, sits in the driveway, and I put the tailgate down, and I use that as a little workbench, put the plane on it, get the batteries in. But then on the back of the bed I have a tonneau cover, one of those vinyl tonneau covers, and the bed's only about 5.5 feet long. I put the little micro airplane up by the back window of the truck, and then I stand back and I do carrier takeoffs, and it just takes right off, and I fly out over my neighbor's yard. Around we go, come back and land. I haven't been able to get it to do a loop. It doesn't have much mass, but believe me, you do not want to fly in any wind. The other day I was flying, I thought it was pretty windless. I was about 3 feet off the ground, coming in for a landing, and all of a sudden, bam! I had a micro burst or something, slammed it right into the ground. I think the propeller shaft is bent. And when I was flying in the gymnasium the other day, you can see this scar right here probably. You can see right here, this whole wing was chewed off. There was some guy there, he shouldn't have been there. He had a 3D airplane. It was way too big to fly in the gym, but he was doing it. So when he'd fly, all of us people with the micros would just sit down and wait till he got off, landed, and we'd all take off. There'd be 15 or 20 of us, and then he'd get his monster back up. Anyway, it wasn't well organized in that regard. But anyway, just a little CA glue. These struts tend to pull through the wings on the top right here. Little CA glue on there, and some scotch tape on the bottom, and that is your Tiger Moth front yard flyer. So anyway, I'll try to get some video footage next time I do my carrier landings off the back of the truck and post them. So it's a fun little plane, but strictly indoors. And I hope you like this video. So until next time, out here.